Hey, I'm going to talk a little bit about rice. I know that last time it got you a little bit. Um, Rice is really easy, really cheap, and it's really good for you, but it can be tough not to burn, especially when you're learning. So, a couple of quick things. The first is the amount of rice versus water. Use 1 cup of rice, cup and a half of water. 2 cups of rice, 3 cups of water. So for every one rice, it's 1.5 water. Add a pinch of salt when you do that. Throw both of those things in your pan. Turn the pan on high, put the lid on it, set a timer for 3 minutes. Come back, take a look. What you're looking for is it to be boiling. If it's not boiling, set your timer for 1 more minute. It'll come to a boil quickly. Once you have it to a boil, turn it all the way low, keep the lid on it, set a timer for 15 minutes. If your stove has different size burners, don't use a big burner, use the small one. Use the smallest one you have once it comes to a boil. I'm going to come over here now. I already made my rice, and I want to kind of show you how I look at it to see whether or not it's done. I set the timer for 15 minutes. I knew it wouldn't be ready in 15. I took a look at it, just checked in on the liquid, and then I set the timer for another 15. And this is what I have. I hope you can see that. It looks like rice, but if I tip it very far to the side, you're not going to be able to see, but you would if you were looking in my pot. A little bit of liquid still coming to the side. Like I could strain it if I wanted. I don't want to. That's really what I want. I want to see that little bit of liquid, and I want to taste it. And what I'm hoping for is that it tastes almost done, but not quite. You can't take liquid out. So if you get to this stage and it really tastes like it needs a lot more time, then use a 1/4 cup measure. Use the measuring cup, you'll be glad. Fill it skimpy, a little more water, pour that in there, let it go set your timer for about 6 minutes. Come back and take a look. Because what you eventually are hoping for is that you get that little bit of liquid still in there. It's pretty close to ready. And when you get to that phase, what you can do, put it back on the burner for just a minute or two until that liquid is boiling hot again, because you opened it, you let out some heat, and then simply turn it off, which is what I'm going to do right now, and let it sit with the lid on for 10 minutes. Set your timer, let it sit with the lid on for 10 minutes. When you come back, it'll be ready. It will have absorbed that liquid. I'm sorry, the light behind me is really bright today. It will have absorbed that liquid and it'll be perfect. You won't have burned the bottom of the pan. It'll be great. I want to mention then, once you have the rice, what I'm doing here today, I'm adding some fresh vegetables. My girlfriend gave me some vegetables from her garden. So I sauteed some onion and some green pepper and some hot peppers. I'm going to add a little bit of tomatoes and some spinach. And in a second, I'm going to show you the easiest way to cut up spinach. But you could take that rice, make the beans and rice like we've been making. You could add the same sort of ingredients that I had in the last recipe. You can add a can of beans, rinse them first. You can add a can of diced tomatoes. I strain them first so you don't get that extra liquid in there. You can add some corn. You can add some peas. You can add some shredded carrots. You can add whatever you like in there. You can melt cheese on the top. If you add a few things right out of the can, like the rinsed off beans and the tomatoes, all of a sudden, and some corn because I love it, all of a sudden it's really hearty all by itself and you don't even need to have anything else with it. Again, I'm having mine with some sauteed vegetables. I'm about to turn that down because they're about to burn. And I'm going to add some spinach. And when you have fresh spinach, I want to show you, first off, lay it out. Take a quick look for any of the unseemly leaves. I know that's something that's kind of troublesome for you. It's a lot easier if you just lay it out on the board like that. And if you see anything you don't like, just get rid of it. But then once you're ready to cut it up, the easiest way to do it, gather it. Try to be gentle. Gather it up and kind of roll it. So you see I've just turned it into a much smaller blob. And now when I cut it, the knife is going through it really easily, and it's making really short work of cutting that into small pieces. I'm going to throw that into the pan with my sauteed vegetables. Spinach only takes, I don't know, 2 minutes to cook. That's why I'm waiting until the last minute. And then once that spinach wilts in there, I'm going to wait another about 10 minutes on that rice. I'm going to stir it all together, melt some cheese on the top, and eat it for dinner. That's it.